Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Arkham Horror, the card game, doing the Dream Eaters campaign. And we're now going to be doing a Thousand Shapes of Horror with Team B here. So just showing off here that the token bag has been reset. The only change for Team B is they get +1 tablet, so 1 tablet has been added in. All right. To stop the merging between the land of dreams and the waking world, you decide to force your way into the dreamlands. As your new companion, Randolph calls the dimension in your physical body instead of traveling there in your sleep. While there are many dangers to this method of travel, I think it is better than the alternative Randolph claims. If we venture there in our sleep, we may become trapped like your companions, unable to wake. You agree. You can do little good trapped on the other side, especially if you aim to help your dreaming companions. Our first step is to find a key. Even in places where the dreamlands borders the waking world, one cannot simply walk between them. I once possessed a key to the gate of dreams, but I lost it years ago and have been unable to find it since, he laments. All right, the Black Cat is at your side. Proceed to intro 2. We do have the Black Cat with this team. The Black Cat, perched on a nearby park bench, glares at Randolph with narrow, disdainful eyes. You lost the key to the dreamlands? You share in the cat's skepticism. Randolph sighs and shakes his head. Let me explain. He says to you, it is not a physical key. It never was. The key was the sense of wonder, fantasy, and creativity that sparked my imagination when I was young. These are things we do not value in maturity. It is only natural the key of these kinds of dreams should be lost with age. What foolishness, the Black Cat scolds. It is not maturity to leave one's imagination behind. You have abandoned the best part of you. You are more a mewling kitten now than any child I have ever seen. Or ever met. Perhaps you are right, Randolph agrees, downcast. I forced myself to believe that earthly concerns were more important than juvenile fantasies of gilded spires, perfumed jungles, and twilight realms, and now I fear I shall never see such wonders again. He turns back toward you, his eyes full of regret. And worse, I will be unable to guide you. Intro 4. You ask what might have turned Randolph's mind away from the fantastical and toward more practical concerns. He thinks for a brief time, mulling over the possibilities. Then his eyes go wide as he realizes something important. There was an incident many years ago. It was the last time I was involved with something supernatural that is before today. He explains. I met a friend of mine, Yoel Manton, in the graveyard next to the old abandoned house in the Merchant District. The one they call the Unnameable. I didn't want to believe that it was truly haunted as the story is told, but in merely repeating the legend, I drew the creature's ire. You ask of the creature, and Randolph closes his eyes as a violent shudder courses up his spine. It cannot be described. All I know is that we barely survived. It was my fault Yoel was hurt. From that day forth, I've had no desire to delve into the supernatural or the superstitious. Not because I did not believe, but because I was frightened. Is that why the key eludes me? Is that why I can no longer dream? The realization hits him, clear as day. I know where we have to go. That is where I lost the key. That must be where it can be regained, he explains wide-eyed. As Randolph frantically tries to hail a taxicab, you realize where he means to go, to a house without a name, where the indescribable creature that still haunts his memory resides. Alright, time for the setup. Alright, so we start at the burial ground, which I've already put my characters there for. It looks like everything else is fine. Everything else is set aside. Alright, 34 card encounter deck. The house with no name. The house that Randolph calls the Unnameable is not much to look at. The rundown 17th century building has been abandoned for decades and has fallen into disrepair. Its door is scratched and pitted. Most of the window panes are shattered, and rats crawl around the foundation. 5 doomed to advance, and there are 3 agendas. Searching the Unnameable. You're still not sure exactly what you're meant to find inside the old house, but Randolph insists that you need to locate the key. Seems like you have no choice but to search the house and see what can turn up. Explore the house to find a way into the dreamlands. Find and complete an objective on another scenario card to advance. Alright, and there's 2 acts to this. And then for the tokens, skulls are -1 but -3 if you're in a graveyard location. We are currently in a graveyard location. Cultist is reveal another token, and if you fail and an Unnameable is in play, it attacks you regardless of its current location. Tablet is +2. The Black Cat causes a distraction. If this test is successful, choose and evade an enemy at any location with a fight value of X or lower, where X is the amount you succeeded by. And then finally, the Elder Thing is -2, and if you fail, you must place either one of your clues on your location or take 1 damage. Alright, and you can see we are down here in the burial ground. Graveyard. Looking toward the giant willow in the center of the cemetery, whose trunk was nearly engulfed in ancient illegible slab. I had made a fantastic remark about the spectral and unmentionable nourishment which the colossal roots must be sucking in from the hoary charnel earth. Okie dokie. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these real quick, and then I'll put a break here. Alright, let's do this. Shuffle, draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely don't want the cryptic writings or the extensive research. Dream Diary is a good start. Do we have it upgraded? No, we do not. In other words, I don't care about the Dream Diary. Unrelenting is okay. Laboratory Assistant is okay. So yeah, I'm okay with the rest of this. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. We have deductions aplenty here. Alright, over here, Stella Clark. Deal to orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We definitely don't need both old key rings. I'll keep the... Let's discard the resourceful as well. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Got a drawing thin already. Okay, and with that, we'll go ahead and flip this, go to investigation phase. So I'm going at this blind. I have literally never done this scenario before. Alright, each Gruul enemy drawn spawns at burial ground instead of its normal location. As a lightning bolt action in the burial ground, spend 2 clues as a group to remember that the investigators noticed the missing bones. Okay, so if we get both clues here, we can spend the clues and get it done with. Okay. And then, of course, up here we got the front porch. I'd like to see that house, Carter. Where is it? Glass or no glass? I must explore it a little. And the tomb where you put those bones in the other grave, without an inscription. The whole thing must be a bit terrible. All right. So here's some questions. An essay skill test, blah, blah, blah. Increase the difficulty of this test by 2. Okay. Oh, start of the investigation phase. We got to handle this first. Draw a card. And then we need to put something underneath. So the question is, what do we put underneath it? Let's put deduction underneath. Oh, do I really want to do deduction, though? Honestly, let's put... So, yeah, we don't have charisma, so we don't have additional slots for this. Honestly, let's put a laboratory assistant for now. So, unfortunately, we didn't have the best start as far as that's concerned. I mean, it's either that or a... How do I do this? The issue right now is I actually have really bad skill cards in my hand right now. I should have probably kept the Dream Diary, because the Essence of Dream might have actually been useful. Alright. Let's do... Yeah, let's do Laboratory Assistant, and that'll be it. Okay. So... Let's go ahead and... Oh, we're supposed to start with 5 resources. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Fix that issue. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 to get out Meat Cleaver. I'm going to go ahead and spend an action to move. Hello. Investigators in the entryway spend 2 clues as a group to reveal the upstairs hallway. If the unnameable has 2 clues, 2 or more damage on it, smoke trails off of the creature leading to the tomb near the center of the cemetery outside. Put the set aside unmarked home location into play. Okay. And then up here, upstairs hallway, a Malodorous presence prevents you from venturing upstairs. You cannot enter the upstairs hallway. There, I was just trying to track my progress, and you can see it. Those little glints are eyes. They have to be. Something was watching me. Okay, so we just need 2 clues here. Unfortunately, I don't really have the means to take care of that right now. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and spend this action. I'll spend my last action doing a drawing then, and just play it for now. Okay. I suppose I should have did this in a different order, because I still would have gotten an action, so let me rewind. So I could have played the drawing thin first, then initiate a skill test, using drawing thin to draw a card, or actually, to draw a card. Make the test here, so it's going to be 2 to 6 on the investigate. I auto-fail, then I'll use my ability, move, and then play the meat cleaver. So that's how you can do it instead, and that works out a lot better. Gotta take advantage of that extra action. Okay, over here with Amanda Sharp. Let's spend 2 to get out Laboratory Assistant, which will increase our hand size and let us draw 2 cards. I am going to go ahead and play the Grim Memoir. Okay. So this will give us something to play with. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Grim Memoir to investigate for my last action. I am going to go ahead and commit a deduction. So this will get us, so we had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to 4 here. We pass, we get both clues here. And then I can remember that the investigators noticed the missing bones. I'm going to go ahead and spin the clues and notice the missing bones. I'm just going to put a resource token here to represent that we've noticed it. Okay. Oh, also, since we, what was that? We had a -1, right? So it was, we were 6 to 4, so we didn't succeed by 2 or more, so we don't get to draw a card. That's okay. All right, that is everything for that. Let's go ahead and go to enemy phase upkeep. Also, this doom should be back to 0. We didn't reset it from last time. Okay, so upkeep, a Titrophobia, okay. Over here, another old key ring, okay. First doom. Scaring Fog, perfect. It's exactly where we should have it. Threads of Reality attached to the... Okay, so this is the thing where we have to discard another asset to make this thing become something else. Okay. Whew, that's annoying. Okay, I will put this on the meat cleaver for now, because we don't have any enemies to worry about. Okay, so first I'm going to go ahead and spend a resource to get out Rabbit's Foot. Then I'm going to investigate using Drawing Thin, and I'll have it give me a card. And it's going to be 2 to 4. Okay, we failed it. I'm going to go ahead and use Rabbit Foot to draw another card. I'll use my ability to swap this out. Okay. Then I'm going to spend an action to discard Rabbit's Foot and get rid of this. and then I'm going to spend a resource to get out my other rabbit's foot. So the original. Oh, also I forgot I need to take care of this first. I should have done that before any of that happened. So draw a card, remove this, and let's do. Let's do Unrelenting. All right. Actually, do I want to do Actually, no. Let's not do Unrelenting. We're going to do Research Librarian. So the plan here is I'm just going to check out the other areas. So downstairs doorway, this doorway was not open before. You only turned for a moment, but you thought you saw something. But what exactly? A blur, a figure. So I'm going to spend 2 moves. Actually, I will spend 2 actions to get rid of Atychophobia. And then I'm going to move. A little slow going for Amanda Sharp, but at least we got one of her weaknesses out of the way. And the other one is fine as well. Alright, so that's everything. Pretty slow turn. Upkeep. Okay, Prophecy. Upkeep. Look what I found. Mythos. Is that our better one or the... no, it's our level 0. Okay. Doom 2. Crypt Chill. I have to do a Will 4 test, or I have to discard something. I am currently 2 to 4. 2 to 4. I'm going to go ahead and use a Promise of Power. We'll add a curse. So we're 6 to 4. Actually, you know what? No. I'm just going to take the test. So 2 to 4. Fortunately, this only doubles the icons for this, so it doesn't do anything, because these are foot icons. But so I failed the test, so I'm going to discard Laboratory Assistant. So unfortunately, we've lost all of our soak, but that's okay. All right, and then for you, hey, okay, so each ghoul enemy drawn spawns at the burial grounds instead of its normal location, so it's going to spawn down here. Okay. Then we start the investigation phase. I will draw a card, discard a card. I'm going to pick Deduction for this round. Actually, no. I really shouldn't. Let's pick Eureka. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to have Stella go first. I'm going to go ahead and have her do a Drawing Thin and investigate here. So 4 to 2 again. I'm going to pick gaining 2 resources. That's actually +2. So we actually pass. We did actually pass the test and get the clue here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and investigate again. Just 2 to 2. I passed again. Okay. Well, I get another clue. I'll go ahead and spend such clues to reveal the upstairs hallway. Investigators in the upstairs hallway spend 2 clues as a group. Put the set-aside attic location into play. Okay. All right. For my last action, I'm just going to go ahead and get out Old Keyring. So that didn't go as planned, but I mean, I saved myself on Old Keyring, I suppose. All right. So with all that said and done, we'll go ahead and go with Amanda Sharp next. I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to check out this room. For each investigator at the parlor, it gets +1 shroud. So right now it's 3 shroud. If the unnameable has 4 or more damage on it, the mirror gleams unnaturally, revealing a glint of silver. Remember that the investigators recovered a strange key. So it looks like we're going to be going back to these locations a lot. All right, so we're going to do some investigating. Currently, we are 3 to 3. I'm going to use the Grim Memoir for this. So this will make us 5 to 3. All right, we pass. That made it 6 to 3. So we pass, which means we'll draw a card with Grim Memoir because we succeeded by 2 or more. And then Eureka's going to trigger and let us search top 3. I will take the Dream Enhancing Serum or the Curiosity. Let's take the Dream Enhancing Serum. All right, and then we get a clue here. And then I'm going to investigate one more time using the Grim Memoir, because this has exhaust. All right, so again, 5 to 3. Skull is -1, so it's going to be 4 to 3. So we don't get to draw the extra card, but we do get the clue, and we trigger Eureka still. Good thing we did. All right. I might have to just discard the Dream Enhancing Serum right now. Well, that's okay. Let's take the Curiosity. All right. That is everybody. This enemy is doing nothing. I didn't really say anything about the ghoul minion. It's something we fought in the very beginning, like the base game. It's 2/2/2 and all that good stuff. All right, enemy phase, that's not going to move. Upkeep. Did I shuffle? I'm pretty sure I didn't. 1 second. I did not shuffle. Okay. All right, I do need to discard a card. I'm going to discard the Dream Enhancing Serum. Oh, actually. Yeah, I'm going to discard the Dream Enhancing Serum. I mean, it'll help against duplicates, but that's about it. Which, that is still useful. You know what? It is useful. What do I want to get rid of then? Funny enough, probably the Perception. Yeah, it's going to be the Perception. Because I need to get the Dream Enhancing Serum out. All right, and then over here, upkeep. Okay, Derringer. Mythos, 3 Doom out of 5. Put Night Terrors in play. After you fail a skill test, reveal the top 3 cards. Okay, so this is the thing you can... We've seen this before. All right, and then for you, Obscuring Fog, your location. Perfect. All right. Let's start an investigation phase. I have to draw a card, discard a card, and then put one on here. I'm gonna for now put Curiosity. Actually, let's put Prophecy. So right now it's +2 because there's enough Doom. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and have Stella go first. Stella is just going to move and check out this room. After you successfully investigate the den, discard 1 card from your hand, discover an additional clue at this location. So that's as a reaction. Investigators in the den spend 2 clues as a group to remember that the investigators study a desecrated portrait. Okay. So I'll go ahead and investigate this location. I am going to go ahead and draw and thin it. So I will draw a card this time. Okay. And is that random? Or discard a card? Just discard a card. Okay. So currently I'm 2 to 6. You must either place one of your clues on the location or take 1 damage. I will take the 1 damage. I'll go ahead and do Rabbit's Foot to draw another card. Alright, I'll use my ability, of course, to regain an action. To get another action, rather. And we're going to get to work here. So I'm going to investigate this location. I'm going to use one of my key rings to reduce the shroud by 2. And I'm going to commit a gumption. So that makes the test, it's now 2 to 0. So I pass, and I will discard a card from my hand. I'm going to discard a Derringer to get 2 clues here. Like so. Alright. And then I'm going to investigate this again. I'll go ahead and use the gold keyring again. I don't have to remove it. I don't have to remove the key unless I succeed. So it's going to be 2 to 2. How many things are -2? That many. Yeah, it's going to have to be that. Alright, so 2 to 2. Alright, that is -2. So I do fail by 2. I am going to take a 1 damage. And I'm also going to go ahead and spend 2 resources to do look what I found, because I failed by 2 or less, to discover 2 clues of this location. And then I'm going to spend clues to remember about this place. Alright, taking a little bit of a beating, but definitely cleared out some stuff, which is good. Alright, as for Amanda here, I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 resources to get out Dream Enhancing Serum. So now my hand size is a bit more under control. So essentially the way it works is any duplicates only count as 1. So these 2 Promise of Powers count as 1 card. As far as hand size is concerned, Curiosity will still provide its usual benefits. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and move. And then I am going to go ahead and I think I made a mistake with this Night Terrors. I think I was supposed to mill 3 cards with it in the previous scenario. I apologize. But that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 4/4 test just to get rid of it. Oh, also these are duplicates. Okay. I actually pass it, so we'll get rid of it. Okay, and that's unfortunately it for her. Okie dokie. So, upkeep. Okay, Dream Diary, upkeep. Drawing Thin. Mythos, we're 4 of 5. Another Night Terror. And over here, locked door. Location with the most clues and without a locked door attached. Huh. I can put it, I don't know, here. They all have the same. Alright. Then let's go ahead and get to work here. I have to draw a card and discard a card. For this round, let's put up Curiosity. Because, yeah, I don't know what's going on yet. It's either that or I could go Deduction, but I don't know what's up ahead is the problem. I'm not really hurting on card draw right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just put Unrelenting up. Alright. Stella. let's go ahead and put you to work. I'm going to have you move twice to go up here. I will spend 2 clues on this location to put the set-aside attic location into play. They never unlocked that attic door, but left the whole house as it was, dreaded and deserted. When noises came from it, they whispered and shivered and hoped that the lock on that attic door was strong. All right. And then for my other action, I am going to go ahead and spend 3 to get out my Derringer. I feel like we're going to need that soon. Yeah, we'll do that because, yeah, that'll probably be best. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and have Amanda fast out a Cryptic Research and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Since I drew this, I can play it and gain 2 resources. I am then going to go ahead and do it again with this Cryptic Research. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shortcut to move to here. I'm going to go ahead and shortcut up to here. Something scratches at the wood on the other side. Rats, your imagination knows something else, something unnatural. Discard all non-weakness treacheries from your threat area as a double action, and then you can spend 2 clues to remember that the investigators found a cracked mirror. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'll put a resource here to note. All right, so far I haven't spent any actions. Everything we've done has been fast. So next, I'm going to go ahead and try to get rid of Night Terrors. So currently I am 3 to 4. Let's see, what do I have in practice? I don't think I have any practice cards that will actually help. I don't think there are. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it be then. So the way this works, we're going to seal Elder Thing, and -2, I guess. So seal Elder Thing, and -2. Okay. And then we will not commit anything. I mean, actually, we still could fail it. Yeah, we'll just leave it alone. Actually, since we're going to fail it anyway. Release all tokens. Let's just seal Elder Thing. Actually, not the Elder Thing. Release all. So it just needs to be +1s and 0s or Elder Thing. So we'll get rid of the +0s. Okay. So we're 3 to 4. And since I sealed 0s, I can draw 2 cards. I'll draw 2 cards, 1 and 2. And then do this. Got an Elder Thing, so we're going to fail. We'll take 1 damage. Mill 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then release all tokens. Okay. This gets discarded still. All right. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and investigate this location. So currently we are 3 to 3. I'm going to go ahead and commit a Whispers of the Deep. I am going to go ahead and use Grim Memoir. and I am going to go ahead and spend one to do Practice Makes Perfect. And I'm going to pick this Perception. All right. So right now this would put us at, these cancel out, and then 2 and 4. So it'll be 6 to 3 right now. I'm going to go ahead and seal the zeros again. So I'll get to draw 2 cards. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8. I have technically 8 cards in my hand, quote unquote. All right, here goes nothing. That is Black Cat. So I did pass, and I passed by it quite a bit, so I can actually make it. I can choose an enemy in any location and make them be evaded. So I'll just evade that ghoul minion. All right. Also, since I had everything zeros sealed, I could draw 2 cards. I'm going to take 1 horror, shuffle, and draw 2 cards. Get a Tichophobia again. I do get a clue here. I also get to draw a card because I succeeded by 2 or more. Yeah, these got canceled. Let's look up the skill steps again. Make sure we're not messing it up. Skill test 18. $26. Commit cards, resolve chaos symbols. Discard all cards. Okay, so that's at the very end. Okay, so we're still applying results then. Got it. So I was making sure I didn't need to shuffle this back end first, and that is not the situation. Okay. So anyway, I was, in this case, it was 0, 4, 6, 8 versus 3, so we definitely passed by enough. So we're going to draw a card because of Grim Memoir, and draw a card because of Perception. This will stay in our hand. This will go here. This goes away. Release all tokens. This is my first time playing with Unrelenting, by the way. All right, so I do pass. I got the clue already. So that leaves me with an action remaining. Let's go ahead and I'm just seeing what I can possibly just work with here. So we'll shuffle this because it was supposed to. It's already been shuffled. Never mind, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and investigate one more time to get this last clue. And we're going to wait, how many cards do I have in my hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Reduce the cost to play extensive research by 1 for each card in your hand. Discover 2 clues to your location. I'll just play a extensive research. Just grab this clue. Alright, then there's nothing else I need to worry about here. I'm going to go ahead and just shortcut my way back to where I was, down to here. Okay. God, that's crazy. This deck is scary. Okay. I can also fast out another search if I really want to. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have to discard 2 cards. Well, 3 most likely, which is fine by me. Okay. That is everybody. Let's go ahead and go to enemy phase, then upkeep. Here goes nothing. All right, I'm going to discard this research librarian. So 1, 2. Oh, also, I could have used this Dream Enhancing Serum to draw more cards, or at least one more card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to discard the Unrelenting. Yeah, I'll discard the Unrelenting and a Dream Diary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 cards. Okay. Oh boy. All right, and then over here, upkeep. Look what I found, the improved version. Cool. Mythos, it advances. Time to see what we get murdered by. This thing, apparently. The Unnameable, the Ultimate Abomination. 5 fight, 5 evade. Monster Abomination Elite. Spawns in attic or upstairs hallway. Huh. Aloof Hunter cannot be defeated. For each of the following which are true, the Unnameable gets -1 in -1 fight and -1 evade. The investigators found a cracked meter, studied a desecrated portrait, or noticed the missing bones. Okay, so I've done all 3 of these, so this thing is actually only a 2/2, and it hits for 2 damage and 2 horror. It's Aloof Hunter. Okay. Wait, Aloof Hunter. So it just hangs out? Alright. The thing with no name. You've felt an evil presence lurking here ever since you arrived. The entity defies all description. At times it appears formless. At others it embodies myriad shapes and features. You can sometimes pick out a particular aspect, an eye, a horn, a blemish, but it disappears as soon as you focus on it. Each swarm of rats gains swarming 1. At the start of your turn, if the Unnameable is ready and at your location, will test 2, and if you fail, it attacks you, even if it is not engaged. Got it. So we need to keep this thing occupied. We're going to go ahead and have it spawn here. Alright, 6 Doom to advance. Let's go ahead and get our encounter card. Put deceptive memories in your area. After another card enters your threat area, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Okay, it has 3 will to get rid of it. Alright, and then over here, Grasping Hands. Test foot 3. For each point you fail by, you take a bunch of damage. Alright. What do we have in here? Okay. So I can go 5 to 3 with a Resourceful. That's going to give us +2. So we went 7 to 3. So we beat it by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and have that evade the Unnameable. And also, since I passed with Resourceful, I can go ahead and grab a card. I'm going to grab a Gumption. Okie dokie. So we need to do some damage to this thing. At least 4, it looks like. We have 3 fight right now, so we have something to work with. Let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, that was in the Mythos phase. So start an investigation phase. Draw a card. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Discard this. Let's get out Curiosity. All right. Yeah, we'll get out Curiosity. Okay. So we still have the attic and upstairs doorway to deal with as far as locations, and we need to go back to the parlor and entryway eventually. Alright. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and engage this guy while we can. And then I'm going to shoot him 5-2. Succeeds, does 2 damage. And then I'm going to shoot him again. It's -1, right? Yep, -1. It's not a graveyard location. In fact, it doesn't even have any traits whatsoever. Alright, 2 more damage. Alright, so we've got the 4 damage in. Next, let's go ahead and have Amanda Sharp do some work. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to get out Laboratory Assistant. Draw 2 cards. Alright. Since I drew Cryptic Writings, I could do a couple of things. When you draw a copy of a card that is already in your hand, reveal both, and then draw a card by exhausting this. So I'll do that. I'm going to go ahead, also, since I drew this during my turn, I can play it and gain 2 resources. Alright. Then, I'm going to go ahead and shortcut to the upstairs doorway, which is up here. As an additional cost to investigate the library, you must either lose 1 action or take 1 horror. Investigators can spend, in the library, can spend 2 clues as a group. You read a strange journal regarding one of the graves in the burial ground outside. Put the set-aside unmarked home location into play. Alright, I have the clues, so I'll go ahead and do that now. And we'll put that over there. From the tomb came such a stifled uproar of gasping and whirring that my fancy peopled the rayless gloom with militonic legions of misshapen damned. Okay. Alright, next. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can pay 3 to get both the clues here if I really want to. But we're... Actually, problem solved. Cryptic Research. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, I understand the badness that is this deck now. Holy cow. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I'm still 1 short. But I can do that. Pay 1 and just get rid of all that. Sure, I'll pay 1, play Extensive Research. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so each card I had in my hand reduced it by a cost of 1, so I had 11 cards in my hand. Does it count the Extensive Research itself, though? 1 second. Okay, I believe I did it right, where I don't count itself, because you're playing it. At least that's what it was with the example. In any case, I get 2 clues here, without having to make a test. Alright. I'm then going to go ahead and since that was, I had to spend an action to play this, I'm going to go ahead and spend an action to get rid of the Deceptive Memories. Currently, I have 1,000,000 cards in my hand, so it's going to be 5-3. Yeah, 5-3. Yeah, I'm not going to commit anything else. 5-3. Skull is -1, so I do pass. I get rid of it. All right, and then last action, I'm going to move back down to here. Okie dokie. So my hand size is now 10 because I have Laboratory Assistant, so that's the good news. And she's out now, so she can soak hits for me, because I'm going to cycle through my decks again soon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, I'll have just enough to, thanks to the Laboratory Assistant. Cool. All right. Enemy phase, nothing going on with them. Gold Mini should have recovered a while ago. Upkeep, he's going to stay engaged with me until I evade him again, so that is fine by me. Upkeep. Okay, so we're still good on hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Dream Enhancing Serum, remember every pair, it only counts as one card. All right. Then over here, upkeep. Called by the Mist. Okay, that's fine. We can get rid of you in a second. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and Mythos, 1 Doom out of 6. Hey, it's this thing. Alright, attached to a non-permanent. Whew. Let's put it on our key ring. It's going to be on the key ring, like so. Okay. So good thing I did get rid of that other thing, because I would have had to discard a card because of this thing. I will take 1 damage and 1 horror, though, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll take 1 damage and 1 horror. I'm just seeing if this would actually save me anything. Yeah, well, either way, I'll discard it still. Also, started the investigation phase. Draw card, discard card. All right. Oh, actually, that actually would change that. Instead of taking the 1 damage on Amanda, I'll actually take it on the laboratory assistant and have her get killed. And then I'm going to spend an action to play a laboratory assistant. Draw 2 cards, because of course we are. I'm going to go ahead and use Dream Enhancing Serum, reveal the second Eureka I just got, and draw another card. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Whew. So that was our first action, by the way. Let's go ahead and play a Cryptic Research, which is going to make us take a horror again as we cycle through our deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I'll play Cryptic Research again. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right, I'm going to play this shortcut and move up to here. Investigators in the attic spend 2 clues as a group. Deep within a pile of monstrous bones, you see a glint of silver, and remember that the investigators recovered a strange key. Oh, 2 locations that have strange keys. Okay. I'll go ahead and spend the 2 clues. I'll make note of this. All right. Whew. Oh, also, I was supposed to put a card down. I'm going to put this Dream Enhancing Serum down. Because why not? And then I'm going to play this Extensive Research for free as an action. I'm pretty sure it's free. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, it's free. So get 2 clues here. And then we will move back. This thing, I probably made a rules mistake somewhere, but man, this thing, I think something is happening here. All right, eventually we are going to get our bad card though, which we'll have to take care of, but that's okay. All right, Stella. Currently, we're what, 4-2 against this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and spend an action to evade. So 4-2. I pass, you get evaded. Oh, we did make a mistake. I needed to actually make the test at the start of your turn, so give me a second. Okay, I did not. Okay, so last round I did not make a mistake because we actually made him. Exhausted before the start of our turn because of the grasping hands. But at the start of this turn, I actually need to do the test though because he was readied. So we'll do a 3-2 test. I will commit a gumption for that. And I do pass. Okay, so yeah. Because otherwise he'll punch me for $1 million. Okay, so with all that taken care of, let's go ahead and start moving. So I'm going to move down a step. And okay, it looks like these are just duplicates. These are just other ways to do the enableable stuff. So we actually didn't need to worry too much about it. I am going to go ahead and investigate this location. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stay here for this round. Do I want to stay here for this round, though? No, it's too risky. Yeah, I'm just going to move down. I will go ahead and investigate this location using Drawing Thin. So with the Shroud, it's going to be 2 to 6. I'm going to choose to draw a card. All right, I do fail. I go ahead and get an action for that. And I'm going to draw another card with Rabbit's Foot. All right, and then for my last action, I'm just going to go ahead and play this Drawing Thin. Okay. So that is everything. Enemy phase, upkeep, this will go here. Currently stays aloof. And then upkeep. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I have too many, definitely. Discard this, discard this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're good to go on that. Upkeep, long shot. All right. Mythos, Second Doom. Oh, actually, I can look at this. It actually tells me. That's actually really helpful. I should be reading this. Why am I not reading this? All right, Deceptive Memories again. And we get Swarm Rats. These things will have Swarm 1 now, so we get to deal with that. Okay. Start of the investigation phase. Draw a card. Discard card. Pick card to put on this. We're going to put the Curiosity on here for now. All right. So let's start with Stella, because she's got some work to do. So I'm going to go ahead and attack rats. I'm going to use the Meat Cleaver, take 1 horror. I'm currently 3 to 1. I auto-failed. Okay, I do take 1 damage because of this thing. Actually, no, sorry, not from that thing. That's only if I take a test 4 or higher, which we haven't been. Okay. Well, I do get to use my ability to get an action. I'll go ahead and use the Rabbit's Foot to draw a card. And then I'll attack again and take a horror and chop this thing again. This time I succeed. And kill both of these. And since I killed 2 monsters, I get to... you may heal 1 horror, so I'll just heal 2 horror. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend an action to move down and say hi to this ghoul minion. And then I'm going to attack said ghoul minion. Let's do... What should I do for this? Let's brute force it. So this will make it so we are 6 to 2. All right, so we beat, that was 4 to 2. We beat it by 2 or more, so we do 3 damage, which will kill it. Okay. Goes to Amanda Sharp's turn. I have to do a Will 2 test. I currently have 5 willpower thanks to Curiosity and the million cards I have in my hand. So 5 to 2. We pass. That was now 8 to 2. All right. So now I can continue with my turn. I'm going to throw a shortcut to move for free. And then I'm going to move down to here. And then I'm going to go ahead and move again. At the end of the round, if each undefeated investigator is at an unmarked tomb and the investigators have recovered a strange key, advance the act. Okay, so I have to get Stella here, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and investigate this location. I am going to go ahead and commit a deduction. So this will put us at 6-3. Yeah, 6-3. We succeed, we get both clues. We lost one of the clues on the transit there. Okay. All right, cool. Enemy phase. This guy's gonna Wallenberg down. Upkeep. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're good. I should just read this. It tells me. But I'm not going to ever do that. All right, upkeep. Cool. All right, Mythos, 3 of 6. Hopefully we're not too far behind. Locked door. You can go up there. Put glowing eyes into play in your threat area. At the end of the round, take 1 horror for each card in your threat area to a maximum of 3 horror. Discard glowing eyes. Okay. All right. So we'll start with Stella. I'm going to go ahead and spend an action to investigate using drawing thens. So this is going to be 2 to 10 right now. And I am going to go ahead and gain 2 resources. Actually, I'll gain 4 resources. And then go. We're good. I'll go ahead and use Rabbit's Foot to draw a card. Use this ability to get an action. Then use an action to move. And then use 2 actions to get rid of this Calling of the Mist. At the end of the... Okay, we'll deal with the end of the round later. And unfortunately, we have way too many cards in our hand now. But that's okay. Alright. It's only cards in the threat area. This is... Oh, actually, sorry. This attaches to your highest cost asset. I made a mistake. Yeah, I did make a mistake. All right. And unfortunately, I don't have an easy way to rewind that. Actually, I do have an easy way. Instead of doing the meat cleaver and taking the horror, I'll just say I use the Derringer. Because I forgot you don't get a choose on this. So give me a moment. Okay, there were a number of mistakes I made, but the good news is I could have killed the rats with the Derringer instead. It would have resolved the same way. We would have auto-failed, got the ammo back, then shot it again and killed it. So now my Derringer has no ammo. Also, I had the keyring out, even though I had both the I had the Derringer out, even though I had an old keyring and meat cleaver out. So I'm just going to say I discarded the old keyring for the Derringer. Besides that, I also forgot to do the actual thing at the beginning of the turn, which is, of course, drawing a card, and then discarding a card, and then choosing something to put here. So I'm going to put this other curiosity in here. Everything else here has been resolved, so I'm good there. I'm going to go ahead and spend an action to do a 5 to 3 test. This location is a graveyard, so I do fail, which means I do take a horror. So let's try that again with a little less suck. So yeah, I'll go ahead and test 5 to 3 again. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of a Tichophobia, and that'll be my last action. Okay. Sorry for all the mistakes there. There are a lot of them. There's a lot to juggle. Enemy phase, you're going to come down here. Upkeep phase. This is good. Draw for this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to discard this. Okay. Then for you, let's discard the old keyring. And the look what I found. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then I'm going to take 1 horror because this thing is actually in my threat area, and then this gets discarded. Also, at the end of the round, everyone's here. We advance the act. All right. Into the depths. The tomb opens into a staircase that stretches deep underground before disappearing into darkness. Set the unnameable aside. It keeps all tokens and attachments. Remove each location from the game or place it in the victory display if it has victory and no clues on it. Investigators are not defeated during this process. Blah, blah, blah. Shuffle the set-aside mysterious stairs location and input 5 of them into a vertical line, removing the remaining mysterious stairs locations from the game. Okay, so first let's handle this. These are going to get discarded finally. We got really lucky with the obscuring fogs and all that. Right, and then we'll just put, we'll put these over here. All right, and then search for the mysterious stairs. So the way this works, so set aside the mysterious stairs location and put 5 of them into play. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, remove the remaining mysterious stairs location from the game. Each investigator and the set-aside unnameable enemy at the top. Place each investigator and the set-aside unnameable enemy at the topmost mysterious stair location, revealing it. All right, mysterious stairs. Mysterious stairs is connected to the locations above and below it. So worn and narrow were the steps, and so greasy with the ooze of inner earth that the climber never quite knew when to expect a breathless fall and hurtling down to the ultimate pits. You don't say. Mysterious stair is connected to locations above and below. Forced after you enter this location, lose 1 action. Okay, so I'm just wondering if I triggered this a first effect. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for both copies of Locked Door and both copies of Secret Attic and remove them from the game. So we don't need Locked Door or Secret Attic. I don't think we drew Secret Attic. Secrets in the attic. Okay, these have been removed. And shuffle each set-aside copy of Endless Descent into the encounter deck and the encounter discard pile. So everything gets put back in. One thing I wanted to check. Okay. Both copies of Secret Attic and Locked Door. Okay. Shuffle. Put these away. All right. The steps seem endless stairs. The steps seem to descend forever. Every time you think you're near the end, you round another corner and see hundreds more. While the bottommost mysterious stairs location is revealed, it gains action resign. Reach the bottom of the stairs if each undefeated investigator has resigned. Advance. Okay, so that's all we need to do. All right. So my only question is, do I do the effect here? So let me check that. Okay, so I don't know what the answer is. I'll just go Rule of Doom and just lose an action. And we'll progress from here, I guess. Anything else I need to note? I don't lose my clues. All the rest of it's fine. Okay. Mythos, 4 of 6. Ghoul Minion. And Hunting Ghast. Probably most damage. Humanoid monster Ghast, 2 fight, 3 evade, 2 health. Hunter. After Hunting Ghast enters a location with a Gug enemy, ready each Gug enemy at its location and deal 1 damage to Hunting Ghast. Okay. Okie dokie. And then investigation phase, draw a card, discard card, and then pick one to put on here. Let's pick Obscuring Studies. All right. So let's start. I want to start with Stella. So first I have to do a 3-2 test, which I'll just do normally. So 3-2. Let me guess. -3, this is a graveyard location. So I'm right now 0-2. I will spend 1 to do lucky to pass. Okay. Next, I'm going to evade this Hunting Ghast. I'm currently 4-3. I'll use a Resourceful. Actually, no, I'll just go 4-3. 4-3. I will take a damage. Actually, it's -2, so that'll be what, 2-3? I'll just take the I'll play the lucky and evade it. All right. And then I will go ahead and move down a step. All right, when this location is revealed, place 2 resources on it. While there are resources in this location, investigators at this location cannot move or resign. Action, test your lowest skill. If successful, discard 1 resource from this location. Okay. All right, so this is what we're dealing with. All right, Amanda, she also has to do this test, so I will. So I'm currently 5-2. We pass. I'm then going to go ahead and there's not much I can do about that. We definitely want to get rid of the Ghoul Minion, like, now. So yeah, I'll go ahead and evade the Ghoul Minion, 5-2. You succeed, you're gone. Also, I should have committed a Eureka for that, but that's okay. We're just going to move down a step and hope for the best. And that is unfortunately it. Enemy phase. He's going to come down. These guys will unexhaust during their thing. Upkeep. So unfortunately, we're going to draw our weakness during our thingy here, which is unfortunate because we're not going to be able to get rid of it. Also, I need to discard 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go ahead and do Dream Enhancing Serum while I'm at it and just get this card in my hand. I'll still have the discard stuff, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need to discard 1 card. We'll discard this Deduction. Hello, nihilism. Mythos, 5 of 6. Move each investigator enemy at the top most location to the location below it. Flip the topmost location to its unrevealed side. Discard all tokens and attach. Okay, wait. Move each investigator and enemy at the topmost location to the location below it. Aren't we trying to get to the bottom? Move each investigator and enemy at the topmost location. So these guys will move down, and they're going to engage us, which there's not much I can do about that. Flip the topmost location to its unrevealed side. Discard all tokens and attachments and place it below the bottom. Oh, I see. This is stupid. All right. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Shuffle the positions of each unrevealed location so you can't tell which is which. Okay, so it'll be all of these. Sure. I think I did that correctly. Add this card to the victory display. Oh, wait. I mean, it's not going to matter. We're not going to get through the entire freaking duck. All right. And then for your card, Lumbering Gug exhausted, does not ready during the next upkeep phase. Monster Gug, 4 fight, 2 evade, 6 health, hits for 2 and 2. Okie dokie. So we got all this now. Okay. Then we go to investigation phase. We're going to take 1 horror. Sorry, it's going to do this, actually. Shuffle. Draw. Discard. This has to go out. So currently we have 1s and everything. Alright, so we're going to start with Stella Clark. So I need to do a 3-2 test. I don't really have any options for this. And we still need to get rid of all the resources on this stupid thing, too. Alright, 3-2. Good luck. I'll commit neither rain nor snow. Alright, we pass. I'm then going to go ahead and punch this Hunting Ghast. I'm going to commit a long shot and a rain nor snow. So we're going to be 6-2. Alright, the good news is I don't suffer any negative effects. Yeah, so I don't suffer the nihilism for this. But I also failed. So that sucks. I do get an action back, I guess. So we got that going for us. Alright. I will go ahead and live and learn it. So it'll be 5-2. We pass, we do a damage. I'm then going to go ahead and evade the Lumbering Gug, 4-2. Oh, also, I can do Rabbit's Foot to draw a card. Alright, so I punched. Yeah, so I punched, I failed, I got an action, I punched. Wait a minute, we did this wrong. Yeah, I acted. Yeah, so I have 3 actions right now. Because the only action I've done so far is punch. So I failed it, and then lived and learned it. And then I got my action back using my reaction. So I have 3 actions remaining. I'm going to go ahead and punch this Hunting Ghast. We're going to go... we're going to go neither rain nor snow. So it'll be 6-2. Alright, we succeed. I'm not going to make it auto-fail. I'll kill this off. Next, I'm going to go ahead and evade this Slumbering Gug. I'm going to use Resourceful, so I'm 5-2. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 resources. I will take 1 and 1 for this to get hit from the Ghoul minion to play this guy, because I need him to get out. Alright, and this guy does not ready on the next upkeep phase, so we're just going to make a note of that. Meanwhile, over here in Trouble Land, so we need to do a test based off our lowest skill value, which is easy enough to do. So what we're going to go ahead and do, so I get to pick it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and activate. Oh, first I have to do the will test. I'm currently 1-2. Yeah, 1-2. So let's go 2-2, 3-2. Actually, how much is there? 5? 4-2. Sorry. It was 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 5-2. We succeed. I search top 3, pick 1. Also, shouldn't this have refreshed a while ago? Oh no, I drew it during my upkeep. Okay. Let's take the Cryptic Research. And then search top 3. I'll take the shortcut. Let's go ahead and make a test. So we're going to do our lowest skill, which it's the same for all of them. So 1. So I'm 1-2. 1-2. So we're now 3-2, 5-2. We succeed. We draw a card. I'm not sure if I actually shuffled. 1 second. I had not shuffled, so I'm going to shuffle now and then draw. I still got it. You saw me shuffle. All right, whatever. We do get a resource off of this. I'm then going to do it again. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and fast out this Cryptic Research and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and now I'll do it again. So I'm going to do a will test, I think. Yeah, I'll do a will test. I'll commit a Curiosity. So I am up to 4-2, and we'll commit the Dream Diary to make it 5-2. -3, we pass. Get rid of this. Okay. So, when this location is revealed, blah, 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 we're good on that. We can now finally move from this location. Okay. I'm going to use a shortcut on Stella to move her down. As an additional cost for you to move or resign at this location, you must discard 1 or more cards from your hand with at least 2 instances of the same skill icon among them. Okay. Is that even possible? That as an additional cost to move or resign at this location, you must discard 1 or more. Okay. All right, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and shortcut again to move myself. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cryptic research again, draw 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll play the cryptic writings. Oh, actually, I will not play the cryptic writings. Actually, yeah, I'll play it. I'll get 2. All right. And then for my action, I'm actually going to go ahead and move down because I can discard 1 or more cards from my hand with at least 2 instances. Oh, actually, you can do it with multiple cards. Okay, so it's doable. I'll discard extensive research, which has 2 of the same icon. While there's a ready enemy at this location, you cannot move or resign. When this location is revealed, search the encounter deck and discard a powerful ghoul enemy and spawn at this location, then shelf the encounter deck. Go to hell. I'm going to go ahead and search the deck. We'll take a ghoul minion. Yeah, I do not like the staircase at all. All right. And that's it. So we go to enemy. We'll go to enemy phase. This guy's going to move down. And then I'm going to take 1 and 1. You'll take 1 and 1. And then upkeep. Do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually have 8 in my hand. Okay. And then for you, upkeep, live and learn. Okay. Mythos. It advances. Shuffle the encounter, discard into the encounter deck. Okay. Time is running short. The entity, which before had seemed content to loom and observe you from afar, now swells with power and pursues you with relentless ferocity. It rises and thrashes seemingly everywhere at once. You have to hurry and confront your fears, or you will never find your way into the Dreamlands. Okay. Each swarm of rats gains swarming 2. The enabler loses Loof and gains massive. Okay. Still the same effect, though. He does attack. There was the dead with no name. There was a vortex of withering ice-cold wind, and then the rattle of loose bricks and plaster, but I had mercifully fainted before I could learn what it meant. All right, 7 doomed to advance. Swarm rats. 1 and 2. Swarm. Oh, go to hell. This is ridiculous. Okay. Start of the investigation phase. Draw a card. Discard. I will pick. Should I just pick Unrelenting and try to get as many card draws as possible? Because that's probably the answer. Because that's probably what I need to do. Question, but that's not a really good answer either. We'll put Plumbers of Power. All right, over here, I'm going to have Stellix start first. So we're 4-2 right now, and there's not much I can do about it. So 4-2, we pass so we don't get murdered by this thing. I'm going to go ahead and evade the big guy. So I'm currently 4-2. Yeah, we'll do 4-2. We succeed. He's evaded. Then I'm going to do 4-3 with the swarm of rats. We pass. I can't move down because I don't have enough stuff to discard. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a evasion on the ghoul minion. I'm going to do both drawing thins. So I definitely failed because it was 5 to 6 there. And then I will draw 2 cards, draw another card with Rabbit's Foot. Alright, I can move technically next round, because, well, symbols count as anything. Alright, but before we do that, so the big guy, oh, actually I don't need to worry about the unnameable, because we're good on that front. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and evade the rats. So we are 6 to 3. Yeah, 6 to 3. We have to add a doom, add a curse. Okay, they're evaded. I'm gonna evade the ghoul minion. Another curse. 6 to 2. -3 is 3 to 2, so I do pass. And I will move down. While there are clues on this location, investigators at this location cannot move or resign. I can live with that. All right. At the very least, someone will make it to the end. Hopefully. This is doable. I can, as long as I don't get another goddamn monster, I should be all right. All right, enemy phase. I'm gonna get hit for 1 and 1. So I'll take the horror here and take the damage there. This Threads of Reality is screwing me over, but I literally can't. I don't have the time to deal with everything. So upkeep. I'll take the 1 horror. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I discard 2. I'll discard this and this. Okay. Mythos, we're 1 doom. All right, Glimpse of the Underworld. I do have to discard a card because of Deceptive Memories. I'll discard the Laboratory Assistant. Boy. Oh yeah, this guy should have... it's been 1 round, right? Yeah, this guy should have recovered a while ago. I think it would have been this round, actually. Alright. Yeah, Stella's screwed. She's on her own. Okay. Alright. I'll deal with Stella in a bit. As for what we're doing here, I need to draw a card, discard a card. The card I will put on here is a Curiosity. So I'm now 5 to 4 here. We'll go seven, 8 to 4. So 8 to 4. Don't screw up, please. Good. We passed. We get both clues here. We draw a card. These get discarded. I will go ahead and discard this and take the 1 and 1. And then I'll move down. All right, 2 resources again. I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 resources, or 2 resources, sorry, to get out the laboratory assistant. Draw 2 cards. Alright. So this thing's in the discard, right? No, it's not. It's in this thing. Okay. Alright. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. Alright, I have to do a 4-2 test. So 4-2. We pass. Okay. So we don't get mauled by this thing. I'm then going to evade the Gug. 4-2. Oh, sorry, that should not have happened. I'm going to go ahead and evade the unnameable. 4-2. He's evaded. I'm going to go ahead and punch a ghoul minion. Actually, I am punching a goddamn rat. Alright, brute force. Punching the rat. So this will put us at 6-1. Alright, I do 3 damage. Yeah, so these go on the bottom. Discard you. Okay. At least I didn't take any damage. Alright. Enemy phase. Nothing's going to happen up here. I need to make a note that he's stuck for a little while. This guy's... Oh, actually, this guy's going to hit for 1-1. So never mind. I am taking damage. 5-3. Alright. The rats are going to move down. This guy will stay. Upkeep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 hand size again, so we're good on that front. Upkeep. Greniorn. Okay. Mythos. 2 of 7. We have to discard a card from our hand. I'm going to pick the extensive research. Scaring Fog. Fine by me. Alright. This guy should have readied. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start with... yeah, I'll start with Amanda Sharp. I need to draw a card and then discard a card. There we go. And then I'm going to pick... we have a solution to this. Let's see, search. Yeah, we do. Okay. I'm going to pick Unrelenting. Yeah, I'll pick Unrelenting. And we'll go ahead and get started with Amanda Sharp. So, I'm currently 3s on everything. I am going to go ahead and, for the Unrelenting, I'm going to seal a curse, and a skull. Actually, I am doing a cultist. Alright. I'm going to spin a resource and do Practice Makes Perfect. I'm going to search the entire deck because there's only 9 cards. As for, I could pick any lowest value, I guess. And then commit cards to it. So I will pick Book, and then I'll commit this Perception. I think that's how it works, else it would be impossible to do. Okay. So with all of this, I'm currently 5-2. We pass. I get a resource off of this. I draw a card from this. Actually, sorry, I need to shuffle first. Shuffle, then draw. Okay, this goes in my hand because we passed. I go ahead and release all tokens on this. This gets discarded. That was my first action. Second action, do it again. I'm going to commit I'm going to spend a resource to go ahead and do Practice Makes Perfect again. Search top all of it. I do have a practice, so Prophecy, Perception, Whispers of the Deep. So, and then I'll of course seal Curse, Cultist. All right. So, currently it is 2 Doom, so these cancel out. So I'm at 5-2. We pass. I draw a card from this. I don't remember if I shuffled, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that now. Doesn't really make a difference. This goes away, this goes away, this goes away, and this gets release all tokens. All right. That was the other resource taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and use Shortcut to keep running to the bottom. Lose 1 action. And I don't have an action to resign yet. All I can do is hope that there's only 2 of these. And that's really all I can do. Also, I think I made a mistake with the rats. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, I did make a mistake. The rats are hunter. They should have went up, actually. So what if it went after Stella here? Also, it means I took a bunch of damage as well from this. So I'm getting hit for a lot. So this guy's going to die, and I'll take 2. So that would have happened. That was at the end of last round. Okay. I mean, at the least, I don't have to worry about the rats catching up to me. I just have to worry about everything else. Okay. I'm not going to do anything else for this round for this. I'm good to go. So goes to Stella. I have to do a will test against 3-2. I'll commit a. I can't do anything. I have to just keep buying time. So yeah, Granny Orin. I pass. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty much screwed. I'm just going to end up taking a physical trauma from this. Because there's no way for me to get out of this mess. I'm going to go ahead and evade this ghoul minion. I'll use both Drawing Thens, draw 2 cards. Gotta use those shoes. Actually, the shoes don't really help here that much. I do fail. Actually, that kills me. There you go. I failed the test, so I take 1 damage, and that takes out Stella. So she's going to take 1 physical trauma. Honestly, probably not the worst. It could have been much worse, I suppose. Okay, so with that, these guys go here. The Slumbering Guk will be refreshing soon. This gets discarded. Okay. You did your best, Stella. Alright, as long as 1 person makes it. Alright, so with that, this guy's going to move down. Rats are going to move down. This already. These guys will hang out. Alright, and then upkeep. I think I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're good. Again, I should be looking at this hand size thing, but I never look at it. Doom 3. Alright, got an enemy here. And then I will go ahead and draw a card, discard a card. Honestly, doesn't matter. I'll put Promise of Power here. So there's no requirements for this one. So while the bottommost Mysterious Stairs location is revealed, it gains action Resign. I'm going to go ahead and spend an action to resign. Resigning doesn't provoke. And we resign. Reach the bottom of the stairs. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. Forced entry. The forlorn cries of the unnameable creature, whatever it is or once was, echoed throughout the unnatural cavern from far above you. It cannot reach us down here, Randolph says, letting out a sigh of relief. It was a harrowing descent, but you are finally safe from the indescribable thing. Even so, your safety is fleeting. The stairway coils below you with no end in sight. Windows in the spire's stone wall overlook an endless landscape of rocky crags and barren peaks, dimly lit by a gray phosphorus light. You're still many miles above the floor of this subterranean world, and who knows what horrors you may find once you arrive. This is only the beginning, Randolph warns you. There is no turning back now. Are you ready to proceed? No, but Resolution 1. So again, I definitely made a number of mistakes. I think I caught all of them, but feel free to point them out. By the time you guys see this video, it's going to be months later. But I'll, feel free to do it for your own superiority or whatever. So, Resolution 1. Let's see. Yeah, this place is nothing like the mystical forest, charming medieval villages, and majestic panoramas of which Virgil Gray wrote in his stories. No, far from it. This cold, bleak gulf eats away your hope and replaces it with a feeling of empty, meaningless dread. You ask Randolph if this is the way to your comatose companions. You almost hope that you are traveling in the wrong direction, so you can leave this awful place behind. I do not know, he replies, peering out one of the windows along the stairway. We have traveled beyond the waking world, but this is the lower plane of the dreamlands known as the underworld. It is an inhospitable place. Many of the creatures we have seen crossing over into our world come from this region. Perhaps our key knew this was our new true destination. Your guide examines the arcane key you found in the abandoned house, running his fingers over its arabesque. I don't know how to pronounce that. As though recalling its shape, its weight, its texture. His eyes water with the depth of his loss. You offer to hold the key for him, which yanks him from his private thoughts. Ah, yes, perhaps that would be best, he says, handing the delicate artifact to you. It is surprisingly heavy for something that, according to Randolph, is not real. With Randolph and the silver key in tow, you continue your descent anew. The underworld may or may not be where your companions are, but if the creature invading the world of the waking are indeed from this place, then perhaps here you can find answers. Randolph survived the descent. It'll be over here. Okay. In campaign log, record the investigators possess the silver key. And I believe it's in here. Let's see. Any one investigator may choose to add this to their deck. When you would take horror, exhaust the silver key, cancel one of that horror. I'm okay with putting that with Amanda Sharp, I think. It is an extra card, but honestly, it actually kind of goes well with what she has. Actually, you know what? No. We'll give it to Stella. She can have it. Alright, your body now walks within the slumbering dreamlands. Add 1 skull token to the chaos back for the remainder of the campaign. Alright, and then we'll go to... we'll be doing Interlude 2 now. Also, we're supposed to get experience. We have 7 victory. So, 7 experience. Let me go ahead and spend that, and I'll be right back. Okay. So, funny thing about the rats, by the way, is Tichophobia was on the rat that was still alive, so I didn't have to worry about it, which was kind of nice. Anyway, I'm finally upgrading Dream Diary to Dreams of the Child, which will give me 2 additional wilds when I have 8 more cards on my hand, which you probably have noticed is definitely doable in this deck now. And then that was 3 experience. I'm spending 4 experience to get Miskatonic Archaeology funding, which will give me 2 additional ally slots, which can only be used to hold Miskatonic assets. So essentially, that'll let me have both laboratory assistants out at the same time. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Yeah, so my Steam overlay popped up, but that apparently doesn't show up on the video, so I'll just keep trucking on. Anyway, so the disadvantage for this, though, is whenever you have to assign damage and horror, you cannot assign more than 1 damage or 1 horror to a Miskatonic asset. So it can be very awkward about soaking. But in the case of Amanda Sharp, where most of her hits are going to be from taking a horror hit from cycling through her deck so fast, this will work out. And this will also let me put me in a situation where I can have both laboratory assistants out, and that'll give me a hand size of 12. And at that point, I'll have my entire hand pretty much in my hand the entire time. And essentially the idea will be, of course, get Dream Diary out at this point, and then try to use that as often as possible so I can have 6s in all my stats. So that's the idea. So that's 7 experience. And then over here with Stella, she unfortunately has a physical trauma now, but that is okay. I'm going to go ahead and just spend 6 experience, replacing both luckies with lucky 3s. So this will make it so they cost 0, and they provide +3 instead of +2, and they'll let me draw a card afterwards. So a lot better there. So with this, we should be sitting on, 37 cards. Because we have the Silver Key and What's-His-Face now. Go ahead and remove those curse tokens. So yeah, I was definitely caught off guard about the whole staircase thing. I was definitely because in the beginning we weren't really having much trouble with anything, and then I was like, wait a minute, things might get worse. The other thing was I didn't need to do all the stuff I was doing. I didn't need to actually attack the unnameable at all. You actually have a choice whether or not you can do it through damage or do it through clues, and we had already did it with clues already. So I wasted some actions that I wasted actions that could have been devoted to progressing to the next act as soon as possible. But the real thing that killed me was this Threads of Reality. I should have taken the time to remove it. I definitely had plenty of time-wise. It was just I was getting swarmed by so many enemies that I couldn't do anything about it. Like, literally, if I could have used my Meat Cleaver, I could have at least started killing off these guys without issue and healing horror in the process. But it is what it is. Taking one trauma on Stella is not going to be the end of the world for her. I don't actually have a lot of ways of healing, but that's okay. Maybe I should have opted to use one of these to heal for some damage, but I don't think that would have saved me. Anyway, so with that, let's go ahead and go to the interlude. I apologize for this video being so long. There's a lot of dialogue, which is definitely a trait for these later campaigns. All right. Following scenario 2B, which is this team. All right. The Black Cat awaits you at the bottom of the stairs, watching your... Wait, hold on a second. Which one do I go with? I don't think it says otherwise. Nope, it just starts. Okay. The Black Cat awaits you at the bottom of the stairs, watching your long descent with distant, unblinking eyes. You're about to ask how the cat got there when it cuts you off. Don't bother, you wouldn't understand. It curls up on the cold stone floor, lounging amid the bleak environment. Alright, for Campaign B. Randolph survived if you asked for it. Oh, got it. That was if we chose to be a jerk to the cat, I guess, which we didn't. Alright, you've about had it with this cat's cryptic half-truths and non-answers. You rail at the beast. How are you supposed to help when you might as well be stumbling in the dark? The cat sits up and narrows its gaze. I did not know if you could be trusted. To be honest, I am still unsure. I have had visions of these events for many, many years now. I know some of what may come to pass, but not everything. You could be the ones who will save us all, or the fools who herald our doom. The cat's justification is convenient, but it doesn't explain how it has known where to find you at every turn. You try to persuade the cat to trust you, but it remains unconvinced. Tell you what, beneath the surface of the Sea of Pitch lies a passageway between realms. That is where you need to go to stop this world from merging with yours. Make it there in one piece, and I'll tell you everything. But first, I have somewhere else to be. Your pals need me too. Check the campaign log if the cat has a hunch. They do not have a hunch. Alright. Otherwise, the Black Cat once again offers to pass a message along to your companions. The lead investigator must decide, choose one. Tell your companions that you are in trouble. The Black Cat will return to you with aid once this message is delivered. This may put undue burden on your companions. The other option is tell the companions about the underworld. The cat will then go elsewhere. Alright, and then the other one is tell the companions that you're safe. The Black Cat will stay with them once this message is delivered. This might make your quest a little more difficult. Okay. Since we're struggling, I'll go ahead and pick the first option. So record the Black Cat requested aid from the others. Okay. Go to the next team. The dreamers sail for parts unknown. You open your eyes to the sound of a cat's shrill caterwauling. You had been drifting off to, well, not sleep exactly. Despite, or perhaps due to your dreaming, you have been unable to truly sleep in this realm. When you come to your senses, you spot the source of the wailing. Virgil's cat, black as the void of space itself, sits several feet away, waiting for you to pay attention. Finally, it declares, about time you notice something outside your own head. Listen, I got something important to tell you. Alright, if at least one of the investigators was not captured. Wait, where's my human? The cat asked, craning its head to look around the deck of the ship. Didn't I leave him with you? You explained that? Oh, no, that's not. Yeah, he wasn't captured. Alright, not everyone is captured. And if the Black Cat has a hunch, which they don't. Okay, yeah, so none of that. Okay, now where was I? Oh, right, I had a chat with your friends. They're in the Dreamlands now, too. They have a message for you. Requested aid from the others. Your friends are in a bit of trouble. They took a one-way trip to a pretty awful place, and I don't know if they'll be able to navigate it without me. I know your quest is looking pretty dire right now, but if I don't stick by them, it won't matter whether you reach Kadath or not. Good luck. Try not to die. With that, the Black Cat leaps out of view. All right. So if the campaign log has for the B campaign has the cat is on your side, recorded, no changes made. Okay. So yeah, cat is on our side, no changes. And then that should be it on that front. Okay. And then yeah, we go straight to this. All right, so we'll be going back to the other team. So far so good. Sacrificing Stella was definitely the right call, just so I can rush down to the bottom. I mean, what really hurt us was the fact that we drew both the Endless Descents rather early, and we also, of course, had Lumbering Gug right on our face. So there was just not much I could do about it. Anyway, so with all that said and done, I'll go ahead and call it here. Again, sorry for the mistakes. Also, these, like I said, the narratives in these are very, very long now. So these videos are going to be much longer. So I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Arkham Horror, the card game, the Dream Eaters. We just finished with 1,000 Shapes of Horror, and we will be going back to the Dark Side of the Moon for the other team. See you guys next time.